Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Super Conqueror. It's a tier 10 British heavy tank. It's located on the south spawn of Redshire and it's under the command of World of Banks. And we have seen him before in a different name. Yes, he's changed names, but he keeps moving up the table into new tanks. So let's see how he gets on in this one. Well, the Super Conqueror is basically a Conqueror tank with a different turret. So it's like the tier 9 but slightly better. It's got a gun depression of 10 degrees, 120mm gun capable of doing 259mm with standard ammo, and with the premium rounds it's capable of doing 326mm of pen. It does have some good points, but it also has some bad points. Those plates around the turret actually act as spaced armor, which shield it from some of the heat rounds, but it does have an ammo rack behind that lower plate, which means that if you do take a round through the lower plate, it's going to be damaging and you want to avoid it. There's also a cupola you can see there at the back, and that's kind of central, but overall it's quite a decent tank and people have got good results in it. Now he's gone up here with the T10 leading the charge. Tier 10 game with tier 9 tanks in it, and I think that T10's gone a little too deep. He should have held back, because you want to be able to let your teammates support you as you're coming up to this spot. Okay, we can see some enemies already, a 60 TP, a FA-1, a Minotauro and an Object 260. Let's see how we can get on in this one. Now 400 alpha, it's quite fast as well. Standard reload 8.34 seconds. He's got it down to 6.85. Looks like one of the enemies gone around that corner. The T10's already taken big hits, so we need to protect him. Well, the 60 TP saw that we were looking and he thought twice about coming around the corner, but I think they're going to push now. The T10's put himself in a bit of a vulnerable position, and yeah, here comes the enemy. Minotauro takes around a high roll for 415, but he's not the only one. Two Minotauros there, and an Object 260 pumps one into the 260. We lose the T10. Okay, they're now looking at us. Oh, Arty. Yeah, this is quite a prime Arty position. We lose 205, which is a near miss, but we should be able to get shots on these guys. And he pumps one into the side of one of the Minotauros while the other one pushes alongside him. Yes, those are the same type of tank, just one of them looks slightly different. Okay, so we're pumping rounds in. Keep going, keep pumping them in. And he's got his first kill. The Minotauro goes down. Just got to deal with the other ones. We're blocking shots from the 260. And we pump another one in. 424 off that. Keep going, keep pumping. Oh, Arty again. Ow! Now that was a direct hit, no doubt about it. And it looks like it actually hit the upper plates, or rather around the near the driver's controls. So yeah, that was not nice, but it's a huge amount of hit points to lose. Now one of the bad things about this tank is that it only carries 40 rounds of ammunition, and if you do get ammo rack through that lower plate, then you lose some of that precious ammo, which makes it kind of difficult to keep fighting. Okay, there's a 60 TP just around the corner and an A phase 1. He's watching this corner at the moment, but look where the 60 TP is. Yep, and here comes the RT again. That one was right on the roof of the turret. It wasn't a penetrating shot, but it's a high roll for, well, high roll. It's a 381 shot, which means it's average roll, but it's a decent direct hit. Okay, now he's pushing up. Watch that 60 TP. Ideally, you need to get onto better ground. This one hasn't got enough gun depression, but he foxed the 60 TP into blasting one of those 152mm shells, and he blew it. So obviously he's just hit the ground and kicked up the dirt. So far, World of Banks is doing exceptionally well. 2,650 hit points of actual damage, 1,630 blocked, and 2,697 of spotting. So, here comes again. Yeah, the RT's invested a lot into shooting in this direction. And normally my advice would be to change location to avoid the shells. Now, normally that would mean going forward to get that Zeppelin in the way so that the Arty can't shoot you, and it forces the enemy to come around the corner. There's a little spot just over there, which I can move the turret to show you. It's around about there. It's flat, and if you go into that depression there, the enemy has to come around the corner to engage you, and if your teammates are blocking that, as they are here, we've got an M46 pattern, a CC1 Mark II behind us, and I think we've even got somebody else directly behind us. Yes, a Gorilla 15, so they can stop the enemy from having a go at you while you act as bait. And if they do get round the corner, then you hit them with a 1 round. The Sheridan's down in the river. He's pushing forward. I think he's definitely trying to get behind these guys. Okay, so we're going to try and side scrape on this corner against the Object 260 whilst the 60 TP tries to come around the other side. Okay, he's blocked a shot from the A phase 1. Put one in. That's it. Now pull back. Watch out for the 260. Well, the 60 TP did get one in. 785. Now put one in. Lower shell. Yes, he got it in. 410. Another high roll. You see, you can see that area now. That little area there. That depression forces the enemy to come around. We just got hit the tracks. The team are telling us to fall back, but I think actually the answer now is not to fall back, but it's actually to keep going, because that A phase 1's invested a lot. Go for it. Yes, he gets another one in. There's now one shot. If you go forward to that position, it forces the enemy to engage you on that position where somebody is pushing the wreck, and I think that might be the 60 TP, because he did come around the other side. Yeah, he's pushing the wreck forward. There he is. So now we move up. This is where you get to a position where he can't get shots on you without coming around the corner. Shoot underneath the gun. Yes, he got the shot in. Now, hold this corner. Yes, he blocks the shot. Good work. That's it. That's how you do it. Put the gun under the mat where they won't expect it. And the 46 pattern gets the kill, which puts the A phase 1 out. Now, can we get the 60 TP? This is where it gets a little odd. Underneath the gun. No, you aimed on top to get the cupola. Just underneath the guns work. And you see the pattern got that right. Again, he takes another kill that should have gone to World of Banks. But look at the team is saying GG. Very well done. We're 3 up on the enemy now. No, don't turn around. Go the opposite way. There's only a Leopard prototype ahead of us. No, he should be going the opposite direction. The M46 should go with him. And the Gorilla hold this position to snipe at the enemy. Now's the time you should be pushing forward. Now, as he's popping up here, will he get 6 cents go off? Nope. No 6 cents going off. There might not be somebody ahead of him. He's certainly not receiving any fire, so the Leopard prototype is not ahead of him. The M46 and the CC1 Mark II should follow us, and we should head north into enemy territory, get behind the enemy. It's saying to me the Leopard is not there. He's not there. He's actually he's in the middle, which means you can have the opportunity to go north. Go north now. If the M46 pattern goes with you and the CC1 Mark II follows, then you've got the advantage on the enemy. The Gorilla's in the wrong spot. He should be on the high ground, not on the low ground. And he's making himself vulnerable. We can see the Kampfpanzer III PR is probably up on the hill. The Leopard is on the lower hill, the one that on our side. We're looking for the target. No 6 cents going off. We're also running short on ammo as well. We need to be more conservative. Yes, he's blasting individual bushes instead of actually running north. We can see the shells coming from the enemy Arty in the copse. AMX-30 is up on top of the hill. Now would be the time to move forward with the M46. He should have gone straight away. They defeated the tanks around the Zeppelin. He and the M46 should have shot forward, taken enemy territory, come up behind the enemy, and then the enemy would have nowhere to go. They'd be trapped. They'd have tanks ahead of them and tanks behind them, and nobody that they wouldn't be able to take or go to the Zeppelin, because in doing so they actually make themselves perfect targets. The Tortoise is doing well. He's actually holding the lower end of the hill, But all that Wilder Banks is doing now is blasting away ammunition. He doesn't know where the enemy is. And the Patton's got the right idea. He's headed north. Oh, this is not good. No, you should be headed north with the Patton. Oh dear. I think you've misread this one. You've got a huge amount of damage. 4,562 hit points. You should be headed north right now. And I think he's only just figured that out. The M46 has gone north. He needs to follow him. His sixth sense is not going off, so there's nobody there ahead of him. Nobody. We know where the AMX is. He's up on top of the hill. But you're not getting spotted by him. Sixth sense is not going off. There you see, there's nobody there. He can pop north now. Yes, he's blasting away at nothing. Come on, Wilderbanks, go north. The M46 has got the right idea. Oh dear, I think he's got huge caution just because he's got only 549 hit points left. But he could do it. He could actually win this game with the M46 Patton just by heading north right now. And he'd go round and out-circle the enemy, outflank them. You can see our guys have now moved forward. The Leopard has pulled back. The Minotaur is on the centre line. There's the AMX-30. And he wasn't in sight of them. And he missed the shot there on the AMX-30. And there's the Kampfpanzer, or Kriegpanzer. And he's got the rear of that guy. Oh! The shell goes over the top. Now he should be moving. He should be following the M46 who's gone to the north. And it looks like the enemy's now retreating to the rear line. Yes, he's missed the opportunity. He could have 6 kills by now. He's only got 3. He should have pushed when the M46 pushed. In fact, he should have pushed over 6 minutes ago. And now we're down to just 3 minutes, 3¼ minutes left in the game. And I think he's missed out on it. He definitely could have won this game almost single-handed with the help of the M46. And the M46 is going in to engage the enemy Arty now. He's pulling back. There's the Kampfpanzer. And the M43 takes a hit. Oh! I think he hit the tracks. He missed the opportunity of another kill. Now he's got it. Now he's on the move. The AMX-30 goes down to the Leopard. Yes, I think he left it all too late. He could have had a fantastic victory. But he did do a lot of work around the Zeppelin, but he's missed out on a stupendous victory. If he'd only pushed with the Patton at the same time. Now he did get spotted. He blocked the shot. Now take that guy out. Yes. 4 kills now. Keep pushing, keep pushing. I think you left it too late, but if you keep going, it's only the Leopard and the M53 left. Go low, go low. No, you're heading in the wrong direction. Go low towards the cops, quickly. Okay, does take 1 round from the Leopard. He goes down to 99 hit points. He's now got his engine bust. But our Leopard will take care of their Leopard because our guy's got way more hit points than theirs. There's the M53. Don't muck this up. Keep the gun low. Keep the gun low. No! Oh! Well, that's it. The game is over, but sadly, Wilderbanks left that a little too late. Could have had a fantastic victory, but it was still a win all the same. Well, that one was a victory, but it could have been a stupendous victory if only he'd moved quicker. He got a first-class tanker. In fact, not just any old first-class tanker. It's the first one he's ever had in this tank. But I think he could have had an ace if he'd moved a bit sooner and taken over the enemy rear with that M46 Patton. I don't think the enemy would have survived it. They would have rushed to try and get back to their cap, only to find it's already occupied. And they would have torn the enemy apart bit by bit and got a win. He did get a fire for effect for doing more damage than hit points to his own vehicle. Fighter for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. Spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage. Master Gunner for getting 5 armor penetrating shots in a row. And he got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in the game. He actually got 8. His win rate was 5,425, which is Super Unicum standard. But I think he could have had an ace tanker out of this one easily, if only he'd moved sooner. He did get the highest damage in the game with 4,828 hit points of damage, but I reckon he could have had at least 7, maybe even 8,000 hit points of damage if he'd actually occupied the north of the map, because he not only would have taken out the enemy Arty, but as the enemy started streaming back to cover their cap area, he would have taken out some of the tanks like the Leopard, the AMX-30, the Kampfpanzer. Yeah, he would have ended up with at least maybe a top gun. I think possibly even more, maybe even a 7 kill or an 8 kill game. When it did come to kills, he got the highest number of those too. 4 kills went to World of Banks, 3 kills went to the Leopard 1, and also 2 kills went, well, to 3 of his own teammates, including the M46 Patton, who didn't survive the game because, of course, he got attacked by more than one tank simultaneously. And if he'd been there, then I don't think he would have been attacked simultaneously, because between them, I think the pair of them would have seen the enemy off. He got a Confederate, the Tortoise got a steel wall, the M53 got a Confederate as well. When it came to base XP, we can see that, yes, he got that one too. So he got the top in all 3 columns. Got the highest damage, highest kills, and highest base XP. But it could have been so much more. He got 1,281. He was the only one to get over 1,000 base in the game. 901 went to that M46 Patton, who, despite the fact that he was tier 9, still managed to outflank the enemy. And if only World of Banks had gone with him, that would have been a superb game, because I'm sure they would have ended up with a lot more kills between them. And 862 went to the Arty on our team, who was very effective. Even though he didn't get a kill, he did get a Confederate. So it does show if you hit as many enemy tanks as you can, even if you don't get any kills out of it, you still end up with a lot of Confederate and a lot of base XP out of it as well. So let's have a look at detail. He fired 26 rounds. Now, this thing only carries 40 rounds, so he did have 14 rounds left at the end of the game. But if he'd used those rounds to kill the enemy tanks instead of just sitting there firing at bushes and uncertain if the enemy was there, then I think he would have been much better off. 16 direct hits on the enemy, 14 penetrations. It shows he was using the right rounds at the right moments, and he was getting damage, especially the way he took down the FA-1, or not, he didn't take it down, but he took most of the hit points off it, and the way he was also dealing with that 60 TP. 4,828 hit points, all of it at close range. 17 hits received from the enemy, 3 of those penetrated, 10 non-penetrations. He was using the armor to block the shells and doing so effectively. 5 hits by way of splash damage. Well, that was down to the Arty pushing him. Again, I can't stress highly enough, there's that little hollow right next door to the Zeppelin. Arty can't hit that spot, and it forces the enemy to come around the corner to deal with you. And if you've got teammates covering that position, then it forces the enemy to come round, and then they take damage and they die, because the moment they come round, your teammates shoot at them, they shoot back, and then you shoot them and kill them. 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 6 enemy vehicles damaged, 4 killed, 2,744 hit points of spotting assist. That's a decent score as well. He got a profit, 31,659 credits. Now, he did get a 50,000 mission completion, and he got 7 bonds because it was tier 10 and 3,843, but it could have been so much more. This could have been his first ace tanker, just like that. I'm sure if he keeps pushing, be a bit more adventurous, go for it. If you see a gap like that and you suddenly see that the Leopard prototype that was the only one blocking you from going down that route, take it. Go with the M46. Yeah, come with me. Just run round the side of the enemy, outflank them, come up behind them, and then you suddenly wonder what the hell went wrong, and you'll win the game. So good try by World of Banks, but try and be a little more adventurous. If you see the opportunity, seize it, take it, work with somebody else, go round and seize the enemy from the rear. And yes, then you've got their full attention. So, if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below so it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.